They are in Syria to investigate claims that protesters are being beaten and killed on a daily basis. But Arab League monitors have caused so much controversy, some of their colleagues want them to leave immediately. A group which advises the Arab League says the monitors are inadvertently helping the government of Syria to cover its tracks. It's the latest in a string of bad headlines since they arrived in Syria nearly a week ago. Let's talk to a member of the Syrian opposition group, the Damascus Declaration. Ashraf al-Moqdad joins us now from Cairo. This statement calling for the withdrawal of the Arab League monitors comes from the Arab League Parliament, which is basically a much larger body which advises the Arab League Council. What is your view on what they're saying about what appears to be the failure of the mission?
Absolutely. The Arab observers should be withdrawn now and stop this mockery of the original proposal of the Arab League. The original proposal of the Arab League, they were supposed to send observers to observe the regime obeying by the proposal, which withdrawal all the army units from the cities and streets of Syria, release all the prisoners from jail, let the Syrian people demonstrate peacefully. And they're supposed to send 600 observers to observe the regime implementing this proposal. Now, regime did not withdraw any tanks from the street, and by the way, there is a free site you could actually monitor the tanks in Syria in Google. Secondly, didn't release anybody from the jail. Thirdly, didn't let the demonstrator to demonstrate free, as you could see yesterday and the day before, how many people be murdered. So what those observers are observing at the moment, absolutely nothing. They're observing murders and mayhem in the streets.
In terms of what they have seen,
immediately.
Let me ask you this specific question. We had a picture which I think came via you and your group showing an Arab League observer saying there are snipers in and around this area. And then shortly after that, the head of the Arab League mission says, no, listen, sorry, this person didn't even say that, even though we have it. This was just a hypothesis that they could be in the area.
I mean, this is absolute rubbish. If you've seen the video, anybody understand Arabic could actually see that. The observer was actually complaining about seeing the snipers, demanded them to come off the roof. By the way, also one part of the proposal, the Arab proposal, which is the monitor is supposed to monitor that to allow free access to all international media, this hasn't happened. That video, which we show the word, was leaked by some of our activists because there's no coverage whatsoever between about what the Arab observers is doing at the moment, which is not even supposed to be implemented from the time they walked in. The Arab observers at the moment, what they're observing? Nothing. They're observing our people going on the street and getting murdered.
Can I just interrupt you to ask you this final point? You obviously have enormous concerns about what is happening, but I want to ask you why you think this is going on. Why would the Arab League send in observers who, in your opinion, are simply not doing any of the things that they were asked to do?
Well, to start with, you've got to remember that the Syrian regime asked all the observers to be employee of Arab government. Now, those Arab governments, some governments are still standing firm with Assad and his crime, like Algeria, for example. The Algerian observer, they are actually employee of the Algerian government. One of them here in Cairo, before he even touched down in Syria, he was talking about armed group in Syria, we went mad about this. We actually told the Arab League what we think of that statement. So those guys that work for their own government, they represent their own government and their government views. And Algeria and Sudan. By the way, can we talk about the president of this observer, the Sudanese general, which he was a representative of war criminal, which is the president of Sudan. How would a war criminal observe another war criminal act? We don't know. Arab League initiative, its failure they should be withdrawn now and admitted with their failure.
Mr. al-Moqdad, thank you very much indeed. Talking to us from Cairo, member of the Damascus Declaration.